This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hi everybody, welcome to Review Corner. Today we are going to be taking a look at Gekido bot battles. Well, it's from Cool Mini or not, and what's really cool is you don't have to paint anything because they already come painted, which is kind of cool. But is it worth it? Is it going to be fun? It is bot battles. How can you go wrong? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's head down to the table and take a look. Alright, here's some of the components that you get with this game. Well, I'm not going to explain every rule to you, but I'm just going to go over a few things. First of all, you get some really cool figures with this. And what's cooler than fighting bots, right? I mean, look at this. Look at these guys. You get 6 of these guys, so you can really go at it, interchange them. They all have different kind of powers, and they got some cute, cute one for in case your daughter or something or girlfriend wants to play. Now, as you can see here, even this guy, he's pretty cool looking. Now, how does this work, you ask? Well, you fight on this little grid here, and what happens is you have a player card. So we're just going to move our player card right here, and these dice here are basically for your life. So you have this much life to it. This is where you're going to take damage at times. So how do you do damage? Well, the way it goes, the player turn goes your movement phase. So you can move diagonally or you can move to the side. But say we had this guy here and this guy here, he's going to attack right there. That's your first movement phase. Then you have an attack phase. So you're going to roll these dice, and you're going to roll them all together. And as you can see, you're trying to make 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, full house, 4 of a kind, 5 different ones. So if you get all different ones, or 5 of a kind. So it kind of has this Yahtzee mechanic to it. So for instance, let's just say that we wanted to go 3 of a kind. We would put these right up here to lock those in, and then they would roll the dice again. Now I didn't get any. I still have one more roll to get that 3rd one. And I did not, which means A, either I'm an awful roller, or boy, this turned out perfectly for this particular video. Because I didn't get it, I would do damage to myself. And by doing damage to myself, it says I would overload and just do 1 damage. Now, if I was to do damage to another, if I was able to get that 3rd one, I would lock it in and I would do whatever the damage is to this particular model. Now, once I declared him as a target, I turn this over, so I cannot target that particular robot. So if there was another robot on here, I would also have his thing on here, and I would be able to attack him on that following turn. So I can't just stay there and attack him again and again. I would then get a second move phase and be able to move away. So he would have to come after me. Now there's certain things on each one of these cards here. As you can see, one of them says you can change a dice to anything that you want it to. Some have defense value, so if you're getting attacked, you would absorb that beforehand. So say this person, let's just move this card out of the way, was attacking this person. They would, and he did 10 damage to him. Well, he would only take 8 because he has the shield because of the space that he's on right here, and that would make a big difference. Now, say we took the entire 8 damage. Obviously, we would absorb the 6, and that would take away, and then you would move it over onto the next dice. So we would be down to 4 on this particular dice. Now, when you get wounded, what happens is these things start to get madder and they fight harder. So in this instance, you would 1 power or 1 upgrade. So over here, you would take that die off and put it over here at a 1. and that means he would get +1 to his defense, which means that if he took a damage, it would absorb a certain amount of damage first. Now you also have hands of these player cards, and up in the upper left hand corner it'll tell you how many cards you can have in your hands. These will do certain things. They'll add more attack, or they'll add defense and do different things. You get these after you can do certain things. There are certain, if you defeat somebody or if you get down to a certain power level, you'll be able to grab an upgrade card. Then each model has a different type of upgrade. So on the back here, as you can see, you can play with this particular, well, you would use this one first, because as you can see, his hand is 3, he gets the whole 3 cards. Where over here, they would get 5. Now you can also be able to upgrade your armor and lock in certain amount of dice to help you with your armor. So there's a lot to it, and each figure has a different array of powers and abilities, and as they start to wear down, they become more powerful. Once you lose your last dice, so say you took a hit and lost that, you are destroyed and out of the game. And it's usually last man standing. So that's pretty much everything to Gekido. So let's go up top and see what my final thoughts on this one is. Now, I was surprised by this. I really felt I wasn't expecting much going in. Small box, not much. I thought it'd be more kiddie game. I think it's strategic. I think it's fun. I like how when you get hit, you start to boost up your powers, how the cards play into things, how you do damage, how you can take damage if things go wrong, dice chucking, fighting. I mean, what more could you want in a game? Well, I'll tell you this much. I really enjoyed this, and I thought this was a very, very good game. I'm going to give this my typical 3.5 stars out of 5. It takes a lot to be a 4-star game for me, but I think this is a good game. It's a lot of fun. It's something I think, especially from Spaghetti Western, who's done some great things. 14 plus, yeah, I'd say that's about right, but if you got kids around 13 or so that are interested in spending some time and have some fun with their dad, I think this is a great game. So there you go. That's it for this review corner. Until next time, I'm Rob Warren, and I will see you soon. Sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, videos, and written reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, online gaming superstore, thousands of games and minis, discount prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.